Catskill Avenue Elementary presents our Monday morning assembly. Today is Monday, October 19, 2020. If you'd like to participate in the Pledge of Allegiance, please stand up, put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, Catskill students and staff. Are you ready for Halloween? Send us a picture of you dressed up in a Halloween costume before this Friday so that you can be included in our virtual Halloween parade. Email your picture to Mrs. Untalan along with your name, your grade level, and your teacher's name. Be sure to stop by the Grab and Go locations in Carson on Wednesday and Thursday to celebrate the 68th anniversary of Phillips 66 Union Jack. There is a free Halloween drive-thru event hosted by the City of Carson. You must register. Spaces are limited. Parents, please join us for this brand new gathering called the Couch Collective, led by Mr. Mizuno, Mrs. Untalan, and the other PSW staff members. It is held on Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. It's a relaxing time to chat and chill and be of support through the season of digital distance learning. Please check out our school website so you can find out how we will celebrate our annual Red Ribbon Week anti-drug abuse campaign. LAUSD provides free COVID-19 testing at Carnegie Middle School and other locations. You can volunteer to schedule an appointment by checking the link on our school website.
Hi, my name is Fred Doctosso with Mabuhay Credit Union. I'm a Public Relations Commissioner here in the City of Carson. In addition, I also have some leadership roles with other community organizations like the Philippine Independence Day Foundation, the Philam Chamber of Commerce, and the Filipino Community of Carson. I'm proud to say that I actually had a small role in the proclamation of and the celebration of Philippine American History Month here in the City of Carson. You know that the first Filipinos arrived in California over 30 years before the Pilgrims got here? This was when the Luzones Indios landed in Morro Bay back in October of 1587. It's a long time, right? We've actually in the past, we've celebrated Philam History Month with a lot of different events here. I work at Mabuhay Credit Union. We are a full-service financial institution, which means that we offer savings accounts and we also have loan products. And what that means for you and your family is we help people to save money, and we also help to lend money if they need it. During this time of the global COVID pandemic, we unfortunately cannot close because banking is considered to be an essential business, but we make it a point to ensure that everybody here is safe. We require people to wear masks when they come here to the branch, and we also provide hand sanitizers. We have germ guards here at the branch, and also we definitely make it a point to clean and to sanitize all the high touch areas to keep everyone safe. I know it's a challenging time right now. We can't really go visit our friends, our families, our teachers. We have to go to school on a virtual platform like this right now. But it's important to take time to have fun. Do what you enjoy. Do your hobbies if you can do them safely, and always do what you can in a safe manner. Listen to your teachers, listen to your parents, and hopefully you continue to keep safe. Thank you.
Good morning, Cougars. Happy Monday. Since it's almost Halloween, I thought today we would have a spooky tech tip. Well, it's not that spooky. We're going to decorate pumpkins. But not real pumpkins, they'll be digital pumpkins that we're going to put in the Catskill Virtual Pumpkin Patch. You'll go to bit.ly/CatskillPumpkins, it's on the screen right now, and once you go to that site, you're going to download the slide deck that I'm going to show you right now. When you first open the slide deck, you'll see the title, Let's Decorate Pumpkins. Slide 2 is just some general directions. Please read these, they're important. The third slide gives more specific decorating instructions. You're going to drag pieces onto your pumpkin, and you can also use the shape and line tools to draw other elements. You're going to name your pumpkin, and then when you're finished, if you want it to be part of the virtual Catskill pumpkin patch, you're going to share it with me. Slide 4 is your actual pumpkin, and it looks like it's decorated already, but you'll notice there are all these pieces along the left side here and on the right side. This area outside of the slide in the white space will not be saved as part of your pumpkin. This is just sort of a workspace. It looks like this is decorated already, but if I click on the eye, I can move it. These pieces are not glued down. I can move them off to the side. Maybe I want to choose a different piece, or maybe I want to make it smaller. I can just click on the corner here and drag it to make it smaller. I can grab this handle right here to rotate the piece as well. That works for any of these pieces. But if I don't like these kind of pie-shaped eyes, I can move them off to the side, and maybe I like these kind of mean-looking eyes, so I can bring them out. But they look kind of silly, they're kind of small. So I can click on them, grab the handles, and make them bigger. I can rotate them. As you can see, you can have a lot of fun with this. Maybe I want to grab this nose right here and add this nose to it. Make it bigger so I can see it. Oh, it's kind of like a little pig nose. If I don't like this mouth, I can just get rid of it, maybe make it smaller and store it off to the side here. Remember, anything in the white space will not be saved with your final pumpkin. And maybe I like this kind of surprise looking face. But he has a very small mouth, so I can open it up and I can make it bigger. I can change the shape a little bit. I can make it a tall, skinny mouth, or a really wide and fat mouth. And don't forget, you can rotate it also. You're going to have a lot of fun using these pieces along the sides to decorate your pumpkin. If you want to make your own shapes, for example, if I don't want this eye, I want a heart-shaped eye, I'm going to come up to the Shapes tool. I click on the Shapes tool, and the very, very first one I choose is Shapes, and I'm going to find the shape of the heart. Click on it, and then I can click and drag and draw a heart on my pumpkin. Now, it's the wrong color, so I'm going to come up to this paint bucket here, the Fill tool, click on it, and choose a color to fill it with. I can make it pink paint if I want to, but I want to make it black as if I cut out the hole. I'm going to deselect it, click off of it, and you'll notice there's no outline. If I click on it again, I can choose this tool, which is the Border tool, and I can change the color of the border. Maybe I'll make it yellow. Deselect it by clicking off of it, and you can see a very faint yellow line there. If I want to make that thicker, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to choose the Border Weight tool. Right now it's set to 1 pixel. I'm going to come down to 12 pixels. Make it nice and big. Yeah, look at that. And now I can again resize it. I can move it. Maybe I want it over on this side. I can rotate it. If I decide that that border is too wide, I can go back up to the border weight and maybe change it down to 4. So you can do pretty much anything you want to here. You're going to have a lot of fun. The line tool is right up here, and there are straight lines, there are arrows, there are some bent elbow-shaped connectors that use 90-degree angles. All these choices, you can try all of them. Scribble's kind of fun because you can just free draw something. So if I want to draw some eyebrows on my pumpkin, I do that and I deselect it, and it's kind of thin. So I'm going to select it again by clicking on it. I'm going to come up to my line weight, and I'm going to choose 16. I'm going to go to my color. I'm going to choose black, and then I'm going to deselect it, and I like that a lot. I can rotate it. Oops. I can rotate it. I can drag it over to this side if I want to. You have almost unlimited creativity here, so take your time while you're doing this. Make sure your pumpkin is exactly what you want your pumpkin to be. When you're finished, you need to give it a name, so click up here, double click on there, and type in the name. This is Mr. Pumpkin Face. And then when you're absolutely finished and you're ready to give it to me to put on the Catskill Virtual Pumpkin Patch, go to the last slide, click on this link right here. It's going to open up a Google form. You're going to type in your first and last name. You're going to select which grade you're in. You're going to write your teacher's name. Down here, going to paste in the link to your pumpkin, and this video right here will show you and your parents how to do that. I hope that was helpful. Have fun decorating your pumpkins, and remember, if you want to include them in the virtual Catskill Pumpkin Patch, you need to turn them in to me by this Friday, October 23rd, at the end of the school day. Study hard, have fun, and I'll see you next week with another spooky tech tip. Have a great week, everybody.
Everyone, it's Miss Kroger. Welcome back and happy Monday. This week's lesson is on conflicting feelings, which means having two different and sometimes opposite feelings at the same time. It can be confusing to have different feelings, and you'll learn how to deal with those feelings in our lessons for the week. October is also National Bullying Prevention Month, but we're using a new name. Instead of the words bullying prevention, we're going to focus on being united together and in unity. Unity means when we can all come together. You're going to watch two videos on bullying. In the first one, you'll learn about the roles in bullying. Are you the bully, the person who gets bullied, the bystander, which means the person who's watching, or the upstander, which means the person who's going to stand up to the bully? Think about what conflicting feelings you might have if you're a bystander. In the second video, you'll learn about the types of bullying. There's physical, verbal, relational, and cyberbullying. The last thing I want to share with you guys is Unity Day, which is this Wednesday. Wear orange to show that we're together against bullying and united for kindness, acceptance, and inclusion. Be kind to each other. Have a great week.
October is National Bullying Prevention Month. Over the next month, we are going to talk about what bullying is and what we can do to stop it. So, what is bullying? Bullying is unwanted, mean behavior between students. In bullying, the mean behavior is repeated over time. So it didn't just happen once, it happened over and over and over again. There are 4 bullying roles in every bully situation. Role number 1 is the person who bullies. In this case, it would be the fox. Role number 2 is the person who gets bullied. Here it would be the girl in the pink shirt. Role number 3 is the bystander. These are people who see the bullying, but they don't do anything. Here you can see all the people standing and watching. Role number 4 is the upstander. They see someone being bullied and they stick up for them. We want all of you to be upstanders. Upstanders think proactively. They see something that they can do and they step in and they fix it. We want all of you to be upstanders because upstanders stop bullies. Over the next month, we are going to talk about what bullying is and what we can do to stop it. Bullying is unwanted, mean behavior between students. In bullying, the behavior is repeated over time. There are 4 bullying roles: the bully, the person being bullied, the bystander who sees what happens but doesn't do anything, and the upstander who sees what happens and steps in to help. There are also 4 types of bullying. The first type is physical. This involves hurting a person's body or their stuff. Physical bullying includes hitting, kicking, pinching, spitting, pushing, or taking or breaking somebody's things. The second type is verbal, which means saying or writing mean things about somebody else. Verbal bullying could include insults, teasing, inappropriate comments, racist remarks, or threatening to cause harm. The third type is relational. Relational bullying includes leaving somebody out on purpose, telling other kids not to be friends with somebody, spreading rumors about them, or embarrassing them in public. The fourth type, cyberbullying, occurs over the phone or the internet and can include things like mean texts, mean comments, or posting embarrassing pictures or videos about somebody on social media. If you see any of these types of bullying happen, we want you to be an upstander by sticking up for the kids who need help. Upstanders work as a team, so if you need help as an upstander, don't be afraid to ask a grown-up.